Deck building is one of the most important skills in the Pokemon trading card game. When looking at the available card pool, players must determine which 60 cards they believe to be the best, and then simply purchase those cards online to build their deck or go to their local card shop. But what if you didn't have the ability to buy any card you wanted to add to your deck? What if you could only play with the cards that you, yourself, actually pulled from a booster pack? In this series, myself, Pokemon TCG commentator Chip Ritchie, and my friend, world-class competitor Azul GG, will limit ourselves to splitting the packs from one single Pokemon TCG booster box. With the cards from those 18 packs, we will do our very best to construct a playable deck and then battle in a best-of-3 match. Then, each following episode, we will open up a new booster box, going in release order, to try our best to upgrade or change our decks. The loser of each episode will get a small consolation prize of a booster bundle to open up for the next episode to give them a better shot to improve their deck for next time. Now get ready to enjoy the Pokemon Evolution series. After I was able to dominate Azul in episode 1, he totally pivoted his strategy and found a way to fight back to tie our series 1-1. In this episode, we will be splitting a booster box of Obsidian Flames. This super hot set is most well known for Charizard EX, not only because of its popularity and collectability, but also for absolutely dominating the competitive metagame. It has often been paired with Pidgeot EX, also featured in this set, whose quick search ability is one of the strongest support options in the Pokemon TCG. Even just having one of these evolution lines in our decks could vastly improve them and potentially give us an edge in this series. But first things first, I have some pity packs to open up.
So Azul did get me pretty good last time with his Crocodiles, his fighting deck. He successfully countered me. Well done and fair play. But things are actually going to be pretty decent here because I do get some pity packs. You could think of it as strategic because now I've got another opportunity to get some pretty powerful cards. I can get another Iona, which I have a couple of. I could get another boss. I've only got one of those, so another boss would be nice. I could also find myself getting more pieces of the Skeledirge line, which, thinking about how things went in the last episode, I think I may need to pivot away from an all lightning deck. Skeledirge, and more of those could be decent here. And also, when we get into Obsidian Flames, we could get Charizard, potentially. So, all those things considered. Now we will open up the good old pity packs and hopefully come away with something beneficial. And I think that there's a chance we could get something good here. Really, I think the main thing would just be another boss. That's kind of the main want here, but there's plenty of other stuff that could be useful, other good trainers, whatever it may be. Let's see here. Litleo, another Palmy. Okay, sure. Watrel, Hydreigon. Oh, it's haunting me. Another Tinglu EX. I made a mistake playing the Tinglu in my deck last time, and it's haunting me. I don't know if I'm gonna go the Tinglu route again, to be honest. That didn't work out super well, but you know, it's an option that I have available now. Let's get through here. Wigglytuff, Girafarig, and a Pawmot. Okay, that does give me some options there. There's another Pawmo as well, so I could thicken up the Pawmot line. And also in Obsidian Flames, there is a Pawmot EX. So maybe we've got the makings of a Pawmot deck. Not sure how amazing that would be, but the possibilities are there. A Super Odd, that's a card I didn't get last time, so that is honestly pretty massive. I'm super glad to see that. And a Meowscarada EX. Okay, another EX card. Pretty decent if I can get it set up. I need to double check and remind myself my evolution line set up. But yeah, I mean, even just getting the Super Odd there is huge. So halfway through the pity packs, let's try to get a boss or a Skeledirge. I've already gotten 2 EXs, so I wouldn't expect to really get anything else. Another Wingle's kind of cool. Another Superior, okay. And a Cerulege, not amazing there. Choice Belt, not useful for what we've got going on. Yeah, not a great pack. The Wingull, I guess, is something. Maybe if I got another Pelipper, I could play a thicker line of that. That is another thing I need to kind of figure out what I want to do with my support lines, because that is still a little up in the air. Clavel, another one of those. Okay, I'll take that. A Dunsparce, another Luxray, Practice Studio, and Glimmora. Nothing amazing here. Last pack, last shot. Let's see it. Bosses, orders. It's what we're hoping for here. Another Super Odd, another Pelipper. Okay, okay. A Great Ball, Mimikyu. Dedenne EX. Okay. Move all damage counters from one of your benched Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. Yeah, Dedenne is probably not great, but honestly, the Great Ball and the Super Odd here and the Pelipper, I've got more options now. I will take that Not amazing pity packs. I did not get a boss's orders, but honestly, at least having Super Odd is huge because I didn't have a Super Odd before. Azul had 2, I think. So now that I've got a Super Odd or 2, that is super helpful. Well, here's Obsidian Flames, the big set here with the Charizard, and I think that's what I'm crossing my fingers for. Charizard EX would be massive to get. Or the deeper we get into the Scarlet Violet series, the more Terra-type Pokemon, so the more opportunity to play multi-type decks with the same energy cost, so that's pretty cool. So let's open this bad boy up, and I am gonna take, ooh, look at this, Revavroom right on the front. That actually does remind me, something I could get here that would be huge would be just a Varoom. Any Varoom, there are 2 different Varoom in this set. If I could get either Varoom, I would be super happy because then I could utilize my Scarlet and Violet base set Revavroom in order to have a draw engine. I mean, I think everyone could see how powerful that was for Azul in the last video. So I'm gonna take the left side of the booster box. We're gonna go that route and see how it goes. 18 packs of Obsidian Flames. Trainer-wise, there's nothing crazy in here. I could get another Arven potentially, but that's, you know, only so good. Really, I think the big thing's Charizard, and then Pidgeot EX would be nice as well. There's a Charmander. Okay, that's a great start. Vengeful Punch is not a terrible trainer. I actually think I see something here in this first pack. I think I have 2 things. Oh, I think I've got 2 things. Oh, what's the first pack? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The very first pack? What? No way. The best card to pull in the entire set. No lie, like this is a card I have wanted to pull myself like individually for so long because if you don't know, Charizard is my favorite Pokemon. That is a pretty sick card. Let's go. Oh my gosh, that is insane. And I got a Charmander as well. All right, we're good. We got Charmander, we got Charizard. Now we just need Charmeleon. We need more Charmanders. Another Charizard I wouldn't complain about. Okay, we got a Town Store. That's kind of a cool one. Another Vengeful Punch and a Gita Holo. I don't think I'll probably be playing this. Not something I can really find super easily. Oh my gosh, like are you freaking kidding me? What a thing to start with. So I'm leaning now towards just going like Charizard, Skeledirge potentially. We'll have to see what else we get out of our packs. Oh, I saw a stage 1 fire type. I got excited, but no, it is not a Charmeleon. We've got the Palafin there. Justice Kick does a lot of damage for 2 energy, 1 prize Pokemon, but it's got a little bit of a stipulation there. I don't have a switch in my deck, so let's see what we get in this one. Charmeleon, Charmeleon, Charmeleon. Ooh, Dolliv is actually kind of interesting because I've got Arboliva from Scarlet Violet base set, and I've got the little guy, the Smalliv, but I didn't have a Dolliv, so now I have that. That could be pretty good. And an Entei. That actually is pretty good too, because if I'm gonna go a fire route now, this could be a decent 1 prize attacker. It takes 20 less damage when it's in the active spot, 60 plus 20 more for each fire energy attached to it. Yeah, if we go a fire deck route, Entei could be kind of decent, to be honest. Dude, I still cannot believe that I got that out of the first pack. I'm so glad I chose the left side. Rhyme is honestly a supporter that I could see playing. Just a little bit of forced movement on Azul's side of the board, and a Skull Villain. Nothing amazing there. Still no Varoom, still no Charmeleon. That has got to be the thing we're hoping for here. Charmeleon, Charmeleon, Charmeleon. Charmeleon. Oh, another fire type stage 1. Are you kidding me? Thundurus is actually kind of interesting because it's a 1 prizer that can hit pretty hard. So I'm gonna have some options here. Do I go with the lightning strategy again? I think the lightning Pokemon are obviously better than something like Skeledirge, like just in a vacuum, but the problem is that it's not very good against an all fighting deck. Another Magneton is pretty good with my Magnezone EX if I potentially want it. Rockruff, Dratini, and Revavroom EX. Could be good if I get a Varoom. We still need a Varoom. That is the missing piece at this point, and a Charmeleon. Just give me a Charmeleon. Honestly, even though I only have 1 rare candy, I would probably still play the 101 Charizard. It's just so insane. There's a Darumaka. Charmeleon, no. A Varoom! Let's go! Varoom! And it's the full art Varoom! With the spinning draw, insane Varoom. All right, nice. Another card that would be decent to pull at some point would be the Cleffa with that free attack. Lets you just draw until you have 7 cards in your hand. It's a baby Pokemon, so it's got free retreat, free attack. That would be kind of a cool one. Charcadet, Fire Stuff is cool, Bouffalant, Cubchoo, and Toxtricity. So nothing crazy here. I have to go back and look at Scarlet Violet base set because I'm sure I've got some Armor Rouge that would be pretty decent. Maybe if I'm going a fire route. Boom, 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 Probopass, Varoom, another one, and another Entei. Okay, okay. We got more options here. Surely I don't whiff on Charmeleon. I've got several packs left to get a Charmeleon. Let's see it. Another Charmander wouldn't be so bad either. Oddish and another Skull Villain. Uh-oh. Okay, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs left. So we're over halfway. Charmeleon, Charmeleon, Charmeleon. Let's see it. Charmeleon, Charmeleon. Smoliv, okay, we'll take that. A Varoom, okay, nice, nice, nice. Charmeleon, no Charmeleon. Okay, here we go. I mean, that first pack was just absolutely insane. So it would be such a bummer to whiff out. Oh, another fire type stage 1. It is taunting me. Come on. Nine-tailed Dance. 9 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. This attack, if you start Vulpix and get turn 2 Ninetales going first, that actually could be kind of insane to just like stifle Azul's setup entirely. That's actually kind of interesting. I don't know. It might be hard to get it active in one turn. Cleffa, that's a really nice hit. I'll probably play that in my deck. Toadschool Trio, and a Scizor. So it would be such a bummer to, in the first pack, get a Charmander and a Charizard and then get nothing the rest of the way. Yeah, we'll see if we can maybe pull something out. Bronzor, Snubbull, Poltegeist, Dugtrio, Solrock, Dartrix, Drillbur. Another Entei. The quad Entei deck, is that the move here? Is that even good against the Crocodile from Azul? Probably not. Come on, Charmeleon, Charmeleon, Charmeleon. Oh, I see a fire type. It's a Litwick. Another Skull Villain. Why am I getting all the same holos? Are there not that many holos in this set? There may not be that many holos, I guess. So we got 2 packs left. Come on. Charmeleon, Charmeleon. No, no, dude, the last pack, please, Charmeleon. I've never wanted a just uncommon card more in my entire life than I want this Charmeleon right now. Come on, let's see it. Baltoy, Carvana, Lechonk, Fungus, Toadscrew, Dugtrio. No, I think I need help from the reverses. Reverse Nose Pass, I think this is my last shot at a Charmeleon. Let's see it. Tadbulb, and a Glimmora EX. I did have a regular Glimmora from my pity packs as well. I guess 140 for 2. I mean, could I go with a fighting deck? Oh, dude. To have this in my first pack and then not get a Charmeleon. Oh. Rage-inducing. I guess the good news is that the next set is 151. So even if I don't use this right now, 151 is up next. We're gonna be doing 18 packs a piece from that set still. So I'll still have an opportunity to try to pull something off. But yeah, we'll see what I can build together. I've got some interesting options here. Do I keep with the all lightning deck with my Tyranitar now? It's kind of another little element that synergizes with the strategy I had before, or do I pivot to the Skeledirge, which is kind of what I've been thinking about since our last episode was recorded. So yeah, I'm gonna get downstairs. I'm gonna start trying to build while Azul's opening his packs and he does his building, and we'll see what we end up on.
All right, let's see what Chip left me. When he came to come get me so I could open up my packs, he had a pretty big smile on his face. So I don't know what he got, but probably not good for me. So Obsidian Flames, not too much good in here, to be honest. I was kind of reminded that the set was really bad when I went and looked through this set before getting into this to see what there was worth playing. Not that many good trainers. There's like Arven, that's decent. The rest of the porters aren't great. No research, no boss, nothing like that. For the Pokemon, I think the big Pokemon are Pidgeot. I do already have 3 rare candy, so as long as I got a Pidgey. Charizard is big, of course, as well. So Charizard, Pidgeot, also Cleffa as a support setup Pokemon would also be pretty good. Nothing ridiculous. A lot of stuff is really weak. Obviously, if I get like good evolution lines of stuff, that would be decent. So this one's actually not that bad. 210 damage for 2 waters. If it went from the bench to the active though. And then Jet Punch for 1 water, 30-30. Also not terrible. So that one's okay. Then we have like supporters like this Team Star Grunt. Take an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon, put it on top of their deck. It's all right, not great. As I was saying, the supporters are definitely lacking. Trainer cards in general in this set, I don't think are particularly useful. Oh, there's that Pidgey. Can we get the Pidgeot is the question. There's a Charmander. Can we get a Charizard? There's a Jita. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy attached to one of your Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. During this turn, your Pokemon can't attack. Actually, you know what? The Jita's not bad. That puts a lot of energy in play. It does have to go to 1 Pokemon. You can't split it up. Maybe a little bit slow. It could be a little bit too slow, though. I don't know. It's going to be hard for me to put down my Crocodile stuff, to be honest, for sure. So looking for kind of more support for the Crocodile. But honestly, like I looked through it, there's not that much. The Scizor's actually good as well. 10 plus 50 for each of your opponent's abilities that they have for 1 metal. So that's like a pretty efficient attacker. This might make its way into my deck. For what I currently have built, it would be kind of tough to want to include the Scizor, but if things get shaken up enough from this set, then I could end up with a a Caesar in the deck for sure. I do need to get a Scyther. I don't think I've hit one of those Scythers yet. Oh well, there we go, full art Pidgey. So I get to play the cool Pidgey. If we find a Pidgeot, that's the question. Will I be able to find a Pidgeot in these last couple packs here? Actually, we have quite a few packs left. Why are these things so hard to open? Another Palafin. I don't know if I got any Finizen yet, though. And then, what was the other one I was looking for? A Scyther. So 2 Palafins is cool, with no Finizens to go with it, though. Yeah, no Finizens yet. I guess it's possible. I don't know for sure. I guess there's maybe not any Finizens in this set. I don't think that's true, though. I think there is some Finizens in this set. We'll see. Oh, there's a full art Poppy. It's an okay supporter. Move 2 energy from one of your Pokemon to another of your Pokemon. Not ridiculously good, especially for what I have currently built. So Poppy, it's all right. I guess I do have EXP shares in my current Crocodile deck, and that would allow me to move some energy off something that has an EXP share to something else. That could be pretty good. Another Charmander. Man, I just need that Charizard now. No another Claydol. There's that Finizen. There's the Finizen at the very least. I did get a Belly Bolt. Can't be hurt by lightning Pokemon. I guess that's currently good against Chip's current deck. Honestly, so far, I think there's nothing to add to my current build so far. We haven't really hit anything. I really wanted a Pidgeot, to be honest. That's what I really wanted, because I could easily slot that into my... Another full art. Well, I guess we got... I don't know what the art... This is like the... Yeah, another Poppy of like a super art, rare, whatever. Sure. What about the full art Arven? I wouldn't have hated a full art Arven. Here we go. Oh, there's that Cleffa. Okay, the Cleffa definitely is getting included in the deck. Super hyped to get that Cleffa, to be honest. That is super sick. That'll definitely open up some space in my deck as well, because currently I have quite a few different support Pokemon in the deck, but I think I'll cut down to maybe just the Cleffa. The Cleffa's a super sick grab here. I wouldn't mind playing a second Cleffa, to be honest, if I pull it. We did get a supporter here, the Rhyme, draw 3. Your opponents switch their active with one on their bench. It's okay. Another Jita, which, like I said, the Jitas can be okay. No EXs. I've hit 0 EXs so far. There's really only 2 EXs we really want to hit, the Charizard. Maybe mostly the Pidgeot, to be honest, because the Pidgeot slots right into my deck. The deck that I currently have built, just put a 1-on-1 Pidgeot in there. Hey, a 1-1-1 wouldn't be bad either, but I do have 3 rare candies, so... And Togekiss. At the end of your turn, you may use the ability to draw until you have 8 cards in your hand. Did I get any, was it Togepi? That's actually not bad, to be honest, because there's not that many disruption cards. I don't think Chip has that many disruption cards. Maybe like one Iona or something like that. I don't know if I got a Togepi so far, though, so maybe we're on the hunt. Oh, okay, we did get a Togepi. I might actually run that in there, to be honest. I might actually run that. Got the Fighting Toad Scroll. Not great. Did get an Ice QEX. It does attack for water energy, but it's not great. 160 discard energy from this Pokemon to your opponent's next turn. If everyone can't attack. I really have no way to set this thing up at all. I have it, though. So if we do ever pivot to a water deck with those Palafins, get some water action going, that could be the adjustment we make. We could get the Ice Q involved. There's another Finizen. Seismitoad. Opponent's Pokemon is in the active spot. Your opponent's attacks cost colorless more. 120 damage to your next turn. It does 100 more. We did get a Glamora, actually. It does reduce your opponent's bench size. It is a fighting Pokemon. I might actually play this. We got plenty of the basics because it is a little bit tankier, which is nice to have something a little bit tankier than what I currently am rocking. And then 140, and then your opponent's active is now poisoned. Probably going to include the Glamora into my current fighting build. We have a bunch of these. There's a bunch of Rockruffs as well. I haven't seen a Lycanroc yet, though, I don't think. There's a Charmeleon. Still no Charizard. And we're getting down to the end here. It would be hard to fit Charizard in my current build, to be honest, because it is so fighting centered. I'd maybe consider pivoting because it's so powerful. Really, Pidgeot is what I'm... Oh, there it is. Oh, that's big. This is big. That is huge. We're not playing the Togekiss anymore. Let's go. We are maintaining a fighting build probably, but we get a Pidgeot in there. Quick search. Oof, so good. I don't know if I got the Pidgeotto or not, but hey, that is nice. All right, last pack here. See if we put anything together. Huge. No, we did get the Lycanroc, though. Not very good. We did get the Wish Cash for some mill action. So we did get more support. We got the Cleffa. We got the Pidgeot. To be honest, besides that, we got a 2-2 Palafin to potentially pivot in the future. The Togekiss line probably isn't making its way in the deck because we have the Revavroom plus the Pidgeot now, and that seems to be the better route to take. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I can cook up with these new additions. Definitely getting the Pidgeot in there, that is for sure. What else will we add? It's kind of going to be the question. Maybe I'll get the Glamora in there. We'll see. Okay, so here's where my deck is at. It's still a fighting deck. I still have the Crocodile in here. I did cut down on the Crocodile line, and we're going more with a Glamora base now. A 3/3 Glamora. I got the 1 Glamora EX. Does 140 damage for 2 fighting, and then they're poisoned, and also its ability limits your opponent's bench to 3, which could be pretty disruptive. And then the other Glamora, the non-EX, has an ability where that says when it gets knocked out, you flip a coin of heads, your opponent doesn't draw a prize card, and then for 1 fighting energy, they are poisoned, and they take 6 in between turns. So 3/3 Glamora line. I still have some of the Crocodile in here as like a a bigger, heavier hitter with that 180 Earthquake. I don't have the healing from the Garganackle anymore, but I'm not going to be using it as much, so it shouldn't be a big deal, I don't think. 2/2 Lucario, still as like a revenge attacker. The big upgrade to the deck is definitely in the support Pokemon. I still have the 1/1 Reverum, but then we got the Cleffa and we got the 101 Pidgeot in here. I still have 3 rare candy in here. Use that with the Pidgeot or the Crocodile to set that up. Rockin' 12 Fighting, no longer have the Jet Energy in here. I took that out. The trainer lineup in general is very similar to my last build. The only things I included now is I put a Vitality Man in there because you never know when it's going to come up. I put a Rhyme in here, draw 3, and then your opponent switches their active Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon. And then I also added a Team Star Grunt here to potentially be a little bit disruptive with Crocodile's first attack, the Chomp Chomp Bite. Flip a coin until you get tails for each heads. Discard a energy off your opponent's active Pokemon. Put the Team Star Grunt in there so we can guaranteed remove an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon and put it on top of the deck. Combo that with a heads or 2 from the Chomp Chomp Bite, and you can like trap a Pokemon in the active. I thought that could be cool, so I put a Team Star Grunt in there. Also, we have more access to find the Team Star Grunt because of the Pidgeot if we set that up first. So feeling pretty good about what I was able to adjust with this build. And yeah, I'm excited to see what Chip got, and I wonder how surprised he's going to be when he sees that I got the Pidgeot. Hopefully I can get the Pidgeot online. I guess that's also another step, right, in that, is getting the Pidgeot online. But I'm excited for the Cleffa as well, some early game consistency. Excited to see what I can do with this.
So last time Azul decided to fight lightning with fighting, so now I'm deciding to fight fighting with fire. Anyway, yeah, I'm not really too sure how I feel about this, to be honest. I definitely feel like this is going to be a bit less consistent than my Miraidon deck. That deck had a lot of basic attacking options. This is much more setup based. Skeledirge is kind of just okay, to be honest. But when you think about the numbers, if Azul plays Crocodile again, the numbers are actually pretty decent for Skeledirge. Here's why. It's because with the healing options I have available, I can actually make it so that my Skeledirge gets 3 hit KO'd by his Crocodile, dealing 180 damage. That's pretty nice, right? I've got the pair of Oricorio in here for the Ardent Dancing option. I actually even put in a Picnic Basket, which is a card I pulled all the way back in the Scarlet Violet base set. Deals 30 damage from all Pokemon in play, mine and my opponents. I'm mostly going to be one-hit KOing Azul's cards, whereas I'll be taking hits on my end, so maybe I can get some value from that. We can boost it up so maybe we make sure we're always doing a lot of damage with Burning Voice. I've even got the Seguro in here, which is a card I pulled last time. I choose 2 of my Pokemon and heal 50 damage from each of them. I am a little light on supporters, which I'm kind of worried about, but I've still got my 3 Pokegear. I've got 3 Research, 2 Iono, like I've got solid draw power. And I do finally have the Revavroom with a Varoom that I pulled this set. I've got the Cleffa, which is replacing the Cyclizar that I've had since base set. I think that's a good option because it's a free attack. One thing that's a little awkward is that a decent amount of my Pokemon, I should say, have like higher retreat, so mainly the Fuecocos, right? The other guys all have 1 retreat, which is nice, so I can get into the Cleffa early. But if I start a Fuecoco, he's probably going to just stay up there until it gets KO'd. I do have the other Skeledirge in here from Scarlet Violet base set, which is a decent 1 prize option. I can use my Reversal Energy to potentially 1 attachment, take a knockout on something, which is nice. And then of course I've got the big Charizard EX in here. The main reason to try to pivot and play something like this is because of how powerful Charizard is. I would feel so much better if I had a Charmeleon. I do not have a Charmeleon, so my only way to get this thing in play is with Rare Candy. I do still have my pair of Arvin. I'm actually not playing a tool card right now. My tool card options are really not that great. I thought about Rocky Helmet, I thought about Defiance Belts, but I just don't think any of those are really necessarily worth it. One thing I do think is pretty cool is the Ninetales that I have in here with Nine-Tailed Dance. Put 9 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon, and during your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. So it can let me be really aggressive after, say, Varoom or something like that comes into play for Azul. I can target down Riolus pretty fast. I think that's a pretty strong 1 prize option, a way that I can target Azul's bench without playing my 1 copy of Boss's Orders. And I do have the Armarouge in here from Scarlet Violet base set, just as a way to keep energy in play. Like if I attack with Ninetales and then retreat, I still have 1 energy, I can pop that up to the active. There's a lot of different options, and yeah, a big part of this is just going to be getting Charizard in play and getting those energies and going from there. So yeah, hopefully with the healing stuff that I've got here, I can withstand Azul's single prize onslaught, and if I can make his 2-hit KO favorable prize trade become 3-hit KOs on some of these high HP Pokemon, I think I'll be okay. I am just worried about the consistency. That's the only issue I potentially have here. Did think about playing Mesagoza. I don't have Mesagoza at the moment. I've got just the Artisan for the early game setup. Hopefully with my 2 Ultra Ball, 2 Great Ball, Nest Ball, that'll be enough to be okay. But yeah, let's see what happens and get into our battle.
Might be needing a couple of these.
Interesting. Interesting. Why would that be, Azul?
I don't know what you pulled.
You got it. You saw a peek.
No, I didn't see a peek.
Okay, Azul. Episode 3, we're tied up 1-1. How are you feeling about your pulls from Obsidian Flames?
When I went and looked at the back of the set list, I was reminded how mediocre of a set it was.
It's really
For
just
sure.
Pidgeot and Charizard.
It's Pidgeot and Charizard,
Yeah,
and Cleffa. Like
yeah.
those are like it for the most part. Even the support, the trainers are super weak. Like Arven is the best, and we've
Yeah.
already seen Arven once. Yeah, I did get a couple decent lines for possibly the future. I don't have enough to work with them yet, but there's some like more future potential with some of the lines I got more so than anything, to be honest.
Sure.
But yeah, things changed up a little bit for sure. A little bit of adjustment. How about you?
A bit of an adjustment.
Yeah, a full overhaul or?
We'll see when we get into the
right.
game, won't we? Interestingly, though, I don't know how much of it is from Obsidian Flames.
Did you get something that changed what you had previously?
I maybe had to make a little bit of a pivot metacall-wise.
Okay.
I don't know that I could run my Miraidon head first into Crocodile again. Yeah. All right, heads or tails, buddy?
I'll take heads.
It is heads.
I'll go second.
Second, okay.
Well, I think I was doing that last time too.
I don't remember. I mean, you've got a couple Clavel, I think, so it's
Yeah.
pretty good. Well,
I mean, that sounds good to me. The whelp is never a good sign.
all right, Azul, you ready?
All right, let's get a chip. Good luck. Yep, things have changed.
What does that week do? Draw for turn.
I had Reverend last time as well.
I know what it's week 2. I'm going to attach Return to Fuecoco, a fire energy, and I will pass to you, Azul.
All right, so things have changed. Oh, this is an interesting one already. I'm gonna start with a Great Ball, look at top 7, take any Pokemon I find there. I'm going to fail it.
Ooh, okay.
Follow that up with an Ultra Ball to discard a Lucario and a Rare Candy. Search my deck for any Pokemon.
Lucario going down, I don't mind seeing that right away.
Well, I do play 2 of them. You know that from last time.
It is nice to see that you didn't make any archetype change.
Still fighting based. Got some new friends though.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna expose one of them here. I'll grab a Pidgey.
Oh, no way! That's not good. Dad, this man's just got Pidgeot EX like that? Holy cow. And it's the cool one, too.
Yeah, I started off by opening 3 Pidgeys before.
No shot. What would you say the worst EX Pokemon in my deck was last time?
Koraidon?
Kind of goes with that guy. He hit the field a little bit. He's not very good. People play Koraidon with this card sometimes.
Tinglu.
It was the Tinglu. And you know what I opened up out of my very first pity pack?
Another Tinglu?
Another Tinglu.
Hey, synergy.
Can't avoid him.
All right, I'll attach to the Varoom and then play a Research.
Ooh, double rare
Discarding
candy.
another Rare Candy, drawing 7 cards.
I don't mind seeing 2 rare candies going down. That is for sure.
Let's see what I got here.
Especially now, since after last episode, I know for sure how thin your Crocodile line is.
Oh, the lack of the middle stick.
Yeah, you don't got the you don't got Junior there.
All right, I will bench a Glimmet.
Ooh. Okay.
See, the thing I'm kind of stuck on here is I don't know what Fuecoco evolves into and how much damage it can do. Currently, you can't KO my Varoom.
It's true.
Man, that is a tough one. Do I want to retreat my Varoom here to the bench? The Glimmet only has 40 HP, though.
That's true.
And if I had to pick for one of these things to get KO'd, I think I'd rather lose the Varoom.
What about Pidgey?
Well, Pidgey could get stuck in the active.
It's true. But Pidgeot has free retreat.
Do I just have Candy Pidgeot like that?
Use a third candy.
True. This is actually a tough one here. I'm actually not sure if I'm going to retreat or not. I can attack as well. There is Poison Gas.
You said we're gonna need these.
Yeah, let's go with the Poison Gas here.
Poison gas. So I'm poisoned. That means I take 10 damage between turns. Okay. And I will draw for turn. Not a bad draw. Not a bad draw. I'm gonna kick my turn off with a Pokegear 3.0. Look at the top 7 cards. Find a supporter and put it in my hand. And I do whiff that. A little bit of a bummer, but I haven't checked my prizes yet, and I did see some things that are pretty nice to see, to be honest.
All right.
And off the whiff of the Pokegear, I will play another Pokegear 3.0. How many cards you got in your hand?
I have 6 cards in my hand.
Honestly, I think I'll take Judge.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take Judge off the Pokegear.
Chip is in for the Gamba.
This is tough, though. It's tough.
Could always just not play a supporter and tackle for 40. That's big damage.
It's an option. It's an option.
Or
All right, and then before I do anything else, I'm gonna play another Pokegear 3.0. Come on! And nope. That's 2 whiffs, man. That's tough. All right, that's okay though. That's okay.
I don't know quite what you were looking for there. I know you have some more powerful supporters for sure.
I'm trying to remember Glimora. Is it the EX? I think its attack costs 2 energy. You could be playing the Paldea evolved one, and that one does like 60 for 1, I think, or like poisons me and I take 6 between or something like that. Okay, so I will evolve Fuecoco into my Crocolore.
Oh no!
He does get in there.
Oh my gosh, the other attack did 70 though. Holy smokes.
He does 70 damage, which is cool. And I think I'm just gonna attach and I'll use Hyper Voice for 70, 140 with the weakness, take the knockout, take my first prize card. Not playing the Judge could be a little risky, but yeah, we'll see what you do.
All right, so I'll draw for turn. I will play Super Rod to begin with here, recovering the Varoom, the Energy, and the Lucario.
Okay.
Going back to the deck. I will then attach Return to the Glimmet.
Okay.
Attach an EXP share to the Pidgey.
Okay.
Might get involved. And then I will play a Youngster, shuffle my hand into my deck, and then draw 5 cards.
All right. Glimmet's attack's pretty good, honestly. Just go get the thing that it evolves into. But can it withstand a 70 damage Hyper Voice?
We'll find out. All right, 5 off my Youngster. Play a Great Ball.
Okay.
Look at the top 7. Take any Pokemon I find there and put it into my hand. I'll take the Glimora.
Oh, okay. I'm going to remind myself what this does.
Go for it.
Okay. So I got the poison part right. Man, that's just an annoying card.
Yeah.
It's just an annoying one, huh?
I'll bench another Glimmet. Evolve to the Glimora.
Okay. So we got no Crocodiles, huh?
And then I will Poison Petals. You're now poisoned. You can take 6 in between turns. And yeah, the ability Shattering Crystal, when I am knocked out from the point of heads, your opponent doesn't take any prize cards.
So I'm at 70 total damage and I'm poisoned. So I'll draw for turn. Oh, man. All right. I will play Nest Ball. Search my deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto my bench, then shuffle my deck. And from Nest Ball, I will get Varoom.
Oh, all right.
Anything you can do, I can do too. I'll use an Ultra Ball to discard an Ultra Ball and a Boss's Orders. Pretty costly Ultra Ball, to be honest, but
It's a tough one.
I am gonna get a Skeledirge EX into play. Has 340 HP, and it does 270 damage, but 10 less damage for each damage counter on the Skeledirge.
All right. That is pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie.
And then I will cap off my turn by playing Judge.
All right.
We both shuffle our hands into our decks and draw 4 cards apiece. I'm kind of wishing, whenever I played that Pokegear and saw the Judge, that I had just taken the research that was there. I was really looking for Clavel that turn.
It would have been good.
And then I could Judge after.
All right. Get my 4 off the Judge.
And I will get my 4. I'll use Great Ball, look at the top 7 cards of my deck, reveal a Pokemon I find there, and put it into my hands. I'm gonna get Oricorio and put it onto my bench.
Ooh.
And it has the Ardent Dancing ability, which I will choose to use.
Things are looking scary.
Once during my turn, I can heal 20 damage from my active evolution Pokemon. I'll bench a Vulpix, and I'll attach an energy to Vulpix. And then I'm going to use Burning Voice, and we'll see if we knock you out through that ability.
You knocked me out. It's just whether or not.
Oh, I take a
you draw
prize. Okay,
card.
okay.
And the answer is no prize card.
Oh, okay.
EXP share over to my Pidgey.
I was misremembering. Okay, I literally just read the card too.
I know. I'll go ahead and send up a Glimmet. Draw for turn.
What does Glimmet have to respond to Skeledirge EX?
Not much. I'm gonna go ahead and play a Clavel. Search your deck for 3 basic Pokemon with 120 HP or less, reveal them and put them into your hand. I'm going to grab a Varoom, a Glimmet.
Got it. Okay, so you just pulled the squad, I guess, huh?
Off the Clavel, I'm gonna grab the Varoom, the Glimmet, and a Sandile.
He's still here! Maybe
Did
just
not go in
a skinny line? What did you cut to add a thick Glimora? Did you get the Glimora EX as well? I pulled a Glimora EX.
I will bench the Sandile, the Varoom, and the Glimmet.
Okay.
I'll then play a Palpad to recover Research and Youngster.
Okay. It's so funny that there's 3 different Glimmet already.
The whole squad.
We're 3 sets into the series.
Attach return to the bench, Glimmet,
Active Glimmet going down.
and then pass.
All right, goodbye, Active Glimmet. I'll draw for turn. It's a little bit of an annoying one, but that's okay. I'll play Professor's Research, discarding my hand, which is a Super Rod, and draw 7 cards. Bench another Oricorio.
Sheesh.
And I'll use both Ardent Dancings to heal Skeledirge, so it goes down to 10 damage on it.
Yikes. That's annoying.
And I'm going to put a Charmander into play.
Now, that only evolves into one thing.
Charmeleon.
Charizard EX.
And I will use Burning Voice for 260 damage to knock out Glimmet, take a prize card.
Sounds good. I'll send up my Pidgey with the energy, draw for turn, and then I will play Rhyme. Draw 3 cards, switch your opponent's active Pokemon into the bench. Your opponent chooses the new active Pokemon.
All right, so I'm gonna promote, actually, draw your cards first. I'm gonna try to get a read on you. Oh, so much information conveyed. I'm gonna promote Vulpix.
After drawing the 3 cards, I'm going to attach to Sandile.
Okay.
Retreat the Pidgey into the Glimmet.
Okay.
And then Iron Defense. Flip a coin if heads during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks. All right,
Okay.
we are defended.
Now, do you know what Ninetales does?
No clue.
Are you ready to find out?
Unfortunately, probably.
I'm gonna draw for turn. I will Rare Candy into Charizard EX.
Yikes.
Use Infernal Rain to search my deck for up to 3 energy and attach them to my Pokemon. 1 there and 2 to the bench.
This is
Charizard
looking
EX.
tough, I'm not gonna lie. Well, I haven't drawn any prize cards yet, so
It's true.
I have that going for me.
Does anything have more than 180? No? Okay.
not yet.
Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to use Arven, search my deck for an item card and a Pokemon tool, put them in my hand. And I'm going to get Great Ball and put it in my hand. I unfortunately had to discard my other Ultra Ball to my first Ultra Ball. So you may not find out what Ninetales does. But there's a chance.
I'm assuming it has a shred.
I will use Great Ball, look at the top 7 cards of my deck. Put a Pokemon I find there into my hands. No. I'll take Charcadet and put it in my hand.
Ooh, the Cadet as well.
Cadet. Is it effects or just damage?
Damage.
Okay.
Can you confuse me with a Confuse Ray?
I don't know if I got much else to do. And then I'm just going to use Confuse Ray. Does 0 damage because of your attack last turn, but I do confuse you, so that's something.
All right, draw for turn. Did not get any better. I'll attach return to the Pidgey, and then I will attempt to Iron Defense.
Man, we're in shambles over there.
Heads.
Okay.
And then do I get heads for the Iron Defense?
He's got to flip twice.
No.
So you don't hit yourself for confusion, but Iron Defense does nothing.
Does fail. Go ahead.
Draw for turn. I'll play Arven. Search my deck for an item and a tool card, put them in my hands. What do I even want? Maybe I should have even played it, honestly. I'm just going to get Superior Energy Retrieval and put it in my hand.
All right, sounds good.
And then I'm going to retreat my Vulpix into Skeledirge EX, and I'll use Ardent Dance to heal the Skeledirge, and then I'll use Burning Voice for 270 for the knockout.
All right, EXP share over to my Pidgey. I'll send up the Pidgey for turn. Things are not looking good. Definitely need some kind of top deck here. I'll draw for turn, and...
Not a great top deck, huh?
Nope. I will retreat into the Sandile and gnaw for 10.
Well, I will put the damage counter on, but I gotta tell you, it's not gonna stick around for long.
I assumed.
I'll draw for turn. I'll use Ardent Dance to heal the Skeledirge. I'll just Burning Voice for the knockout.
Goodbye Sandile. EXP share over to my Pidgey. Push up the Pidgey. Draw for turn. Attach to Varoom. Retreat to the Varoom. And Poison Gas.
All right, that's some residual buildup, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Put 10, and I'm poisoned, and I'll draw for turn. Use Ardent Dance to heal, and then I'll use Burning Voice for the knockout, and then I do take 10 from the poison, take my 1 prize. What does Pidgey have?
I will draw for turn. Well, it's unlikely, but I'll boss up your Varoom
Yeah?
and pass.
Well, Azul, it was unlikely. I'll draw for turn, and I will attach an energy to Varoom to retreat, and we're gonna take the knockout with Charizard EX, Burning Darkness for the KO.
All right, game 1 settled. Let's see if I can make a comeback.
Turn 3 Skeledirge seems kind of tough.
Well, if I poison him.
That's true, that's true. Should have added my therapeutic energy. My very first pack I opened up was Charmander and the Charizard EX. The very first pack. And that's like the alternate, like super rare Charizard EX too. That's the most expensive card in the set. So game number 2, do you want to go first or second?
I will go second again.
Sticking to your guns, I like it.
I'll value that. Turn 1 supporter for the setup. Hopefully we find a Clavel, we'll see.
I was looking for one of those too. I don't think I'll complain though.
All right.
All right, good luck, Azul.
Good luck, Chip.
I'll draw for turn. I'll use Ultra Ball, discarding 2 cards from my hand to search my deck for a Pokemon, and I'll discard 2 Pokemon. I'll discard Ninetales and Oricorio. And the Pokemon I will choose to get is prized. And I'll take a Fuecoco out of my deck and I'll just put it right onto my bench. I'll attach an energy for turn to Indeedee and I'll just pass.
All right, I'll draw for turn. Oof, all right, I guess that changes things a little bit.
Don't you wish this was next set with the Call for Family Pidgey?
That would be pretty nice, not gonna lie. Actually, in this situation, I don't hate this Pidgey. I'm gonna go ahead and play Arvin, search my deck for a item card and a tool card. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself a Rare Candy and a Vitality Band. Go back into my deck with an Ultra Ball to get rid of Vitality Band and Krokorok.
Okay.
And search myself out a Cleffa, which I will also put directly to my bench.
You just got turn 2 Rare Candy Pidgey out like that, huh?
Sometimes it happens, you know? I'll then retreat my Pidgey into the Cleffa and use Grasping Draw to draw 3 cards.
Okay, it's pretty good. Draws until you have 7 in your hand. All right.
Yes.
I'll draw for turn. I'm gonna play Super Odd, shuffle back the Oricorio and the Ninetales. And then after the big draw, after seeing you Arvin for Rare Candy, I've got a pretty easy decision to just play a Judge.
That is unfortunate.
And honestly, I think the one thing I'm hoping for here is a basic energy card. Indeedee gets in there.
All right, draw 4 off the Judge.
I will draw 4 off the Judge. I'll Vince Charcadet, and I'll use Expert Nurturer. No basic energy, sadly. Use Expert Nurturer to evolve Fuecoco into Crocalor.
All right, well, that's good for me. Go ahead and draw for turn here. I will then play Jacques, search for 2 evolution Pokemon. I'm going to grab myself a Pidgeotty X.
No! I just judge him back into Rare Candy Pidgeot. Holy cow.
I'll grab a Pidgeotty X and a Glamora.
Okay.
Before I shuffle my deck, I'm going to Rare Candy into the Pidgeotty X, and then go ahead and I'll use Quick Search to search my deck for
Glimmet.
any 1 card. Possibly the Glimmet, you never know. Bench a Glimmet, attach to the Glimmet, retreat into the Glimmet, and then use Ascension.
Got it.
Search my deck for a Glamora, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the Glamora EX.
Got it.
Okay, it's over to you.
I will draw for turn. Ooh, an interesting top deck. I'll evolve Crocalor into Skeletor GX, and then I'm going to play Professor's Research, discard my hand, draw 7 cards, discarding Rare Candy and Clavel.
All right, sounds good.
I'll attach return to my Skeletor EX, and I'll use Expert Nurturer, search my deck for a Pokemon that evolves from one of my Pokemon, put it onto it to evolve it, getting the Armarouge into play.
All right, sounds good. I'll go ahead and draw for turn. I will bench a Sandile, attach to the active, use Quick Search.
Boss's orders.
To grab a card, which, you know what, I'll let you in on a little secret here, Chip. It is a boss's orders. I'm gonna bring up your Skeletor GX here.
Sure.
And then I will hit it with the Poisonous Gem for 140 damage, and you're poisoned, so 150 total.
150 total, and I am poisoned. That means my attack only does 120 damage. All right, Azul, I will draw for turn. Okay, that's kind of interesting, I guess. How far things have fallen, huh? I'll use Ultra Ball. And with the Ultra Ball, I'll discard a Skeledirge and a Charmander. Search my deck for a Pokemon, put it in my hand.
Oh, I gotta read this. It's the other Skeledirge.
Yeah.
50 attempts to do basic energy from each card pile to your Pokemon you like. Pretty good. Then 3 for 190. 32 itself. Not bad.
Not bad. And with the Ultra Ball, I will grab a Vulpix and put it onto my bench.
Sounds good.
I'll use Fire Off to move a Fire Energy from Indeedee up to the Skeledirge EX. And then I will just use Burning Voice for 270. And then I take 10 for poison. Yeah, 270 minus 150, so it does 120 damage.
Yeah.
And then I take 10 more.
All right, I'll draw for turn. Ooh, okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna start my turn by playing Research. Discard my entire hand, draw 7 cards, getting rid of a Glamora and a Rare Candy.
Not bad.
Don't love getting rid of the Glamora, but I think it's worth the trade-off here. Bench a Glimmet and a Riolu out of hand, as well as attach for turn to the Sandile. I'll follow that up by playing Super Rod to recover Krokorok, Fighting Energy, and a Glamora.
Okay.
Back to the deck. Then I will Quick Search with my Pidgeot, search my deck for any 1 card.
It's pretty good.
evolve my bench Sandile into a Krokorok.
Yep.
And then I will end my turn by using the Poisonous Gem for 140 damage. And you're still poisoned.
So I'm going up to, what, 300 damage?
Yeah, not quite knocked out, but we're getting close.
300 damage. Skeledirge has so much HP. Holy
Insane.
cow. I'll draw for turn. I'll attach a Fire Energy to my Indeedee for turn. I'll evolve my Vulpix into Ninetales. I wish I could move Fire Energy from my active to my bench. I will use Vitality Song to deal 50 damage, and then I heal 30 damage, so I really only heal 20 damage because I'm still poisoned, so I'm at 280 damage.
All right, and I should be at 170.
That's correct.
All right, I will draw for turn. I'll evolve my Riolu to a Lucario.
Yep.
And then play Youngster, shuffle my hand into my deck, and then draw 5 cards.
Okay.
Okay, got a couple options here. I'm gonna start with a Great Ball, look at the top 7 cards of my deck, and take any Pokemon I find there. I did find myself a Crocodile, so
Yep.
I will grab that, put it into my hand. I will then evolve my Krokorok into a Crocodile, use Quick Search from the Pidgeot to grab myself Palpad. I'll then utilize the Palpad to get Boss's Orders and Youngster, shuffle those both back into the deck.
Sure.
What, Ninetales is 90?
9 damage counters on something.
All right, I will attach for turn to Crocodile. I don't know if you'll have a way to KO my Glamora or not, but just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and put a Rock Chest Plate there. The Armarouge could KO it if you are able to get another energy in play on your next turn. I'm not quite sure if your deck is capable of that or not, but just in case, I'd like my Glamora to survive an extra turn if possible.
Sure.
And I will then Poisonous Gem for the KO on your Skeledirge EX and get myself 2 prize cards.
The mighty Skeledirge falls. All those dice going down. Discard Skeledirge, and I'm going to promote Ninetales and draw for turn. Basically, all of my plays involve like a little bit of Shkamaz, and Pidgeot is the very anti-Shkamaz card. But that's what we got anyway. This is minus 30, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to Boss's Orders the Lucario, and I will attach a Reversal Energy to my Ninetales.
Okay.
And I'll use the Nine-Tailed Dance, which lets me put 9 damage counters on one of my opponent's Pokemon, but then I'm not able to attack the following turn. And I'll place the 9 damage counters on the Cleffa, actually, and just take the prize.
Sounds good. I'll draw for turn, and then I will use Quick Search. Search my deck for any one card.
A switch.
I didn't prize check that well. Oh, and it's there. Grab myself any one card.
I didn't prize check that well. Pro player Azul GG.
And it is a switch chip.
Yep.
Allow me to move my Lucario to the bench, and I will send up the Glamora EX back into the active spots, attaching for turn to my Lucario, and then using that Poisonous Gem once again, this time knocking out your Ninetales.
It's unfortunate. I'll promote the Indeedee and draw for turn. Now you've used your switch. Is there a chance that you have no other way to move if I put you to sleep? I think that's what I gotta kind of hope for here, so.
It's possible.
I'm gonna put a Varoom in play, which I was lucky enough to take off my prize. It's the reason I took the prize. I'll attach for turn to the Indeedee, and I'm going for Hypnoblast, 30 damage.
So no damage because of the Rock Chest Plate.
Yep.
But I am asleep.
Let's see if you wake up.
No.
Okay.
I stay asleep.
That's what I needed. That's what I needed.
I will draw for turn. I'll use Quick Search. Search my deck for any one card. Again.
Another switch.
No, I don't think I have another switch.
Let's go. I'll rage if you attach like Therapeutic Energy or something though.
I'll use Quick Search. Grab this card.
Have I successfully bought a turn?
I will then evolve my Glimmet to a Glamora. Attach for turn to Lucario.
Okay.
And then I am asleep, so I'm gonna have to go and pass over you, Chip. See if I wake up.
Stay asleep, stay asleep, stay asleep.
I am awake.
Draw for turn. Nest Ball. Bring down a Fuecoco. And I'm just going for the Hypnoblast again.
All right, I am back asleep. Let's see if I will wake up or not. Here we go. The answer is no.
All right.
All right, I will draw for turn.
This is what I need. This is my win con.
I'll use Quick Search. Grab this card and play it immediately. Gonna be a Clavel. Search my deck for up to 3 basic Pokemon that have 120 HP or less.
I know for a fact you are stuck because there's no way you're quick searching for Clavel.
Grab myself a Riolu and a Glimmet. The Glimmet Swarm is on the way. Bench a Glimmet here, and I will go ahead and pass over to you.
Stay asleep,
see if I wake up.
Stay asleep, stay asleep.
I'm awake.
Draw for turn. All right, Iono. Not a bad top deck, I guess.
I only draw 3 because I have 3 prize cards remaining.
And I get 5. Yeah, I should have said thank you. I will evolve my Fuecoco into Crocolore. Attach an energy for turn to the Crocolore. I think I need you to stay asleep still, yeah. I'm gonna Hypnoblast.
Here we go again. 3rd time's the charm. I am awake. All right.
Here comes the boss.
I'll draw for turn, and then I will boss up.
Oh, he doesn't even have to quick search for it. Holy cow. All right, that's tough. Maybe I can do something if I get one more turn.
I'll attach for turn to Glamora. I will use quick search, grab this card, evolve my Glimmet to another Glamora.
Yep.
I will then Poisonous Gem for the knockout, 140 damage, and you're poisoned.
Yep.
Easy KO.
Easy KO. I'll promote the Indeedee and I will draw for turn. I'm gonna be a scrappy comeback potentially here. So let's go Arven. I'll use Arven, search my deck for a Pokemon tool and item card, put them into my hand. Off the Arven, I will grab a Great Ball and put it into my hand. I'm wondering if these Arvens would have been better utilized as Rhyme and Nimona.
Just draw cards.
Yeah, Youngster. I did cut Youngster.
Not the Youngster cut.
And then I will play the Great Ball, which lets me look at the top 7 cards of my deck and reveal a Pokemon I find there, put it into my hand, and I will get the Fuecoco.
Back again.
Bench Fuecoco. I'll attach return to Fuecoco, and I'm going for Hypnoblast. 0 damage, you're asleep. Stay asleep, please.
And the answer is... Tails! I do stay asleep. I will draw for turn.
Live to fight another day, soldier.
I will attach for turn to a Glamora. I will use quick search, grab a card, and then I will pass over to you, Chip. And let's see if I'm awake from the hypnosis. Heads, I am awake.
I just need you to stick one time. All right, I drew for turn. I'll use Pokegear 3.0 to look at the top 7, find a supporter I find there, and put it into my hand. I will get the Professor's Research, put it in my hand. I'll attach an energy to my Fuecoco, and while I would love to bench Oricorio, I cannot because of Glamora's ability. So I will play Professor's Research, discard my hand, and draw 7 new cards. And we are going for the Hypnoblast again. Here we are, buy some time.
All right, I'm asleep. Let's see if I wake up. I am awake. All right.
That's tough.
I will draw for turn.
Yep.
Once again, use quick search to return for any one card.
Can you blame me for playing to my outs, you know?
I can't blame you, can't blame you.
As unlikely as it may seem.
Even at that point, you still have to get to the horde of Glamoras on the follow-up. I will then use Poisonous Gem to knock out the Indeedee, putting myself down to 1 prize card.
1 prize card's gonna be tough. Okay, I have an out. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, so I'll promote Varoom, and I'll draw for turn. All right, this is kind of ridiculous. I'll play Super Odd to shuffle 3 ending combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from my discard pile back into my deck. And with the Super Odd, I'll put back Indeedee, a basic fire energy, and an Oricorio. I'll use Artisan, search my deck for a basic non-rule box Pokemon and put it onto my bench. I will get the Indeedee.
It's back. I should just never attach Rock Chest Plate. Just knock me out.
Let it go down. I'm gonna Infinite you. That's not true, I deck out first. I'll attach for turn, and then I will use Iono.
All right, Iono me all the way down to 1.
So with the Iono, we both shuffle our hands, put them on the bottom of our deck, and draw a card for each remaining prize card. You only get 1. I get 5. I'll evolve into Crocolore. I'll retreat the Varoom. I will send up Indeedee. I will use Armarouge Fire Off ability to move 2 fire energy from my bench to my active Indeedee, and we're doing it again, buddy. Hypnoblast.
No damage, but I am asleep.
You're asleep.
And I did stay asleep.
Stay asleep.
All right, I will draw for turn. Use Quick Search with my Pidgeot. Grab a card. I'm going to be going back into my deck with the card. Just going to go ahead and play a Youngster. Shuffle my hand in my deck and then draw 5 cards. And with that, Chip, I will pass it over to you.
Stay asleep, stay asleep.
Let's see if I stay asleep or I wake up. I did stay asleep.
Finally. Now what can I do with it? Draw for turn. The answer's not much. Am I able to use Artisan? I'm not, right?
I don't think so, because it's a guaranteed fail.
Well, no, because it's not possible for me to bench another Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll attach return to Crocolore, and then I will use Expert Nurturer to search my deck for a card that evolves from one of my Pokemon, put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it. I will get the Skeledirge.
Uh-oh, things are getting scary.
We'll see what happens. Your turn, buddy. You gotta flip first.
Do I wake up? Yes! The survives.
So close.
draw for turn, and then Poisonous Gem to get my last prize card with the KO on this Indeedee.
That would have been a crazy comeback. I would have had a long way to go still, but it would have been possible.
I don't know, could you have gone through Glamora into Crocodile?
I could have healed a lot of damage.
Okay, that poison's gonna add up though.
I guess I did not have my boss to potentially KO Pidgeot. I can't even KO Pidgeot with Skeleton, which is a scam. All right, Azul, we're going into game 3, and in this one, I think I'm gonna choose to go second, mostly to try to slow you down a little bit. I've also got some of the Clovels and the Cleffa and stuff, so we'll see how that goes. All right, here we go. Good luck.
Draw for turn and pass.
All right, we'll take it. I'll draw for turn. And I will play Clovel.
The turn 1 Clovel.
Search my deck for up to 3 basic Pokemon with 120 HP or less, reveal them, put them into my hand, and then shuffle my deck. Your Glamora does make my bench management extremely annoying, that is for sure. From Clovel, I will grab a Fuecoco, a Cleffa, and a Varoom. I'll bench Fuecoco, I'll bench Varoom, and I'm gonna attach an energy to my active Fuecoco, and I'll use Gnaw for 20 damage.
All right, hitting hard off the bat. I'll draw for turn, bench a Glimmet, attach to my active Varoom, attach an EX feature to my benched Glimmet, and then I will use Poison Gas.
Ooh, we got nothing going on, huh?
Not much.
So 10 damage from the poison. I am poisoned, and I'll draw for turn. I'm gonna bench Cleffa. I'll attach an energy to Fuecoco to retreat it to my Cleffa, get rid of that poison, and I'll just use Grasping Draw to draw until I have 7 cards in my hand, so I'll just draw 2.
All right, sounds good. I will draw for turn. Still nothing spectacular going on. I will just go ahead and use Poison Gas.
Okay, that does put the pressure on the Cleffa, that is for sure.
That's true.
Poisoned, and I'll take 10, and I'll draw for turn. I'll evolve Fuecoco into Crocalor. I'll use Arven to search my deck for an item and a Pokemon tool card, reveal them, and put them in my hand. I'll use Arven for Great Ball and put that in my hand. I'll use Great Ball, look at the top 7 cards in my deck, put a Pokemon I find there into my hand, fail it, get nothing. I'll attach return to Crocalor. A bit of an interesting one here. I'm going to play the Picnic Basket to heal 30 damage from each Pokemon, mine and yours. To heal Cleffa, it does also heal your Varoom.
How about the Varoom? Love to see it.
Burns a card out of my hand though and lets Cleffa stay around 1 more turn. And I'll use Grasping Draw to draw 3 cards.
Okay, draw for turn. Bench another Glimmet. Play a Pokemon Catcher.
Okay.
Tails.
Okay.
Retreat the Varoom to the Glimmet I just benched.
Okay.
And pass.
Okay, so I do still take my poison damage. Did not heal that. I should be at 20, right? I should have taken...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I should be at 20, my bad. And I'll draw for turn. I'll use the Pokegear 3.0, look at the top 7 cards, looking for a supporter. Find and put it into my hand, and I'll take a Professor's Research. Bench Charmander. I'll evolve Crocalor into Skeledirge EX.
Uh-oh, he's back.
And I'll use Professor's Research, discard my hand, and draw 7 cards. I'll Nest Ball, search my deck for a basic Pokemon, and put it onto my bench. And I will grab a Charcadet. I'll retreat Cleffa into my Skeledirge EX. I will attach an energy card for turn, and I'll use Burning Voice for 270 for the knockout on the Glimmet.
Goodbye, Glimmet. All right, I'm gonna set up my other Glimmet. Top deck for turn. Attach an energy to my Glimmet and use Iron Defense. Flip a coin of heads. Ignore all damage on your opponent's next turn. It is a Tails.
It's tough. I'll draw for turn. I'll use Pokegear 3.0. Look at the top 7, looking for a supporter card. Put it in my hand, and I do whiff. We're just getting some of the best games ever, huh?
It's tough.
Okay, so fail that. I'll attach an energy for turn 2 Fuecoco, and I will go for the Burning Voice for the knockout.
My Glimmet, go up for room. This is my last hope top deck here. I mean, I guess it could do something. Team Star Grunt, take an energy from your active Pokemon, put it on top of your deck. Oh wait, it's not gonna do anything. And I'll Poison Gas, poison you.
I'll draw
some damage.
Draw for turn, attach, and Vitality Song for 100 damage.
That'll work. Varoom is weak to fire.
That's a tough one there. Azul, maybe. In your pity packs, though, you can get some consistency help.
Yeah, I think I need a little bit boost. I'm a little bit behind you still in consistency. As far as like cards go, you caught up with the Pokemon on this one though, I think.
Yeah.
I got ahead with that.
I had all of this last set. I just didn't use it. I built
pretty good.
Maybe, but Miraidon's pretty good. I didn't expect you to hard counter fighting me, right?
That's true, that's true.
I was already considering since the last episode, I was already considering like I should have just used Skeledirge.
Yeah.
But pulling the Charizard, like,
I mean, that makes it easy.
yeah, that made it way easier. I will say though, my very first pack, I pulled Charizard, pulled Charmander. You may have not seen something through the entire game though, because I did not get a Charmeleon.
Well, I assumed you didn't have Charmeleon.
Yeah. But it was like literally, I opened that in my first pack, and then the entire rest of the opening, Charmeleon, every single pack. That's the only thing I wanted. How do you feel Obsidian Flames improved your deck? Obviously, Pidgeot seems pretty great.
I mean, I just got the Pidgeot and the Cleffa for the most part. I didn't really get too much else.
The Glamora stuff. Do you like the Glamora pivot?
I mean, it's good when you get it out. If you can like chain Glamoras, like you have the potential that your opponent doesn't draw any prize cards, you just sit there and poison them over and over again. But I mean, both the games that I didn't set up was basically just nothing. So it doesn't matter what I got at that point, but
that's tough.
Hopefully, we'll see if will they show up again in the next one. We'll see if I keep them around, or if we make a different lineup, go for something else. We'll see.
Next up, we have 151. So it's all the Kanto Pokemon.
Actually, there's probably some pretty good stuff in 151.
There's like a Bill's supporter card that I think is okay.
Yeah, some new supporters, some better supporters would be nice for sure. Honestly, Pokemon Grabber. Pokemon Grabber's in that, right?
Yeah, Pokemon Grabber's in there.
Grabber wouldn't be terrible.
Grabber's pretty good. There's also Dodrio for a consistency option potentially.
And then it hits hard at the end.
That's kind of a cool card. Yeah, we'll see what happens in 151.
All right.